My lamp's gone.
All right, I'm going to go over to Indiegogo and see if I can't find any. There's a few new books out. Let's see, comics. Oh, and by the way, hello everyone. Thank you for coming to the Scumdogs Kennel. Thank you for joining us. We're going to have some fun, and I have Martin here to help us in our little to have fun with. We're going to have Martin here, and we're going to have a lot of fun. All right. Let's see. The Lost Pages is at 9,675. And where are you? Well, there's another case for the Littlest Umbrella is at 75,815. There's
dude, you're not sharing the screen.
Oh yeah. I should share screen. Where? Right. Let's see. Before I do anything else, maybe I should show up some of my artwork. Go down here.
Man.
Yeah, just promote it. Right now, I'm working on my new page for my graphic novel. Yeah, let's see. Maybe.
Yeah, you shared it earlier.
Yep. Here's Buick Starpoon, the guy with the pink pompadour hair with a little palm tree growing out of his head. Apparently everyone's favorite character because his name alone just makes you want to know who he is. He's a complete goofball of a commander who constantly fights and, even wins against Death Mug, the purple guy up here. Or maybe I should go down here and show. Yeah, here's the cover of the Scumdogs graphic novel, at least the first cover. We have Death Mug on the front here. He's the guy with the silver mask and then the purple clothes. And
I like it, look, man.
Thank you. And we have Murder Mouth, the blue guy with the top hat and the long stringy hair. And the pink guy beside him is Sloppy. The two guys behind him are just monsters I added for the race. I might edit in a few more monsters emerging out of the portal back there. And they're chasing down the Snorers. They're parody versions of a popular 80s kids cartoon, the Smurfs. Yeah,
my little girl loves the Smurfs. She does.
I know. You do realize it's based on a communist. The whole thing. People argue that Smurfs is based on communism. So I decided to play it up and have a character called Papa Snore, who basically is a typical communist leader. He says everyone works equally, but he's the one who's telling everyone what to do. Get it?
Yeah, I get.
All right, I'll let me go down here. Let's see it. Here's the first page. Now, for a moment, I'm just going to do this while I get some more artwork up, some black and white artwork like that. Here we are. Here's this. All right.
Fix this new camera.
I know. I'm just don't want to show off.
No, I was just talking to myself. Sorry, I said about fix this new camera because it's very dark. I look like a villain. About to give some sort of
I know you look dark. Here, I have this. I'm going to show off too much of my artwork, showing you pages I've shown before, and here's this. There we are. Here's this, and here's this. Maybe I'll show off this page. Just a new page. All right, I'm going back here and back to this, and I'm going to show off a new page I haven't shown off before. Here is a black and white picture of Buick Starpoon facing off against Death Mug. How does it look?
Pardon me. Yeah, it's good, man.
How do you like the finger with Death Mug at him? I really am particularly proud of Buick Starpoon's face there. You can completely see his hair and the little palm tree going out of it.
That just raises so many questions. It really does. Fucking palm tree, man. That's fucking good. That's just good.
Let's see. Just a moment. Let me do this. Let me get like that and show this. Here's the black and white line art of Paramedical Doctor. And here's that page again. I made it bigger. So how do you like that? I might do a little editing and do something like that. Trying to get this a little better maybe. But I think the artwork looks pretty good. You see the artwork is pretty good. Mostly Deathmug's stance looks pretty good, I think. Looks damn good, I think. I think maybe on this hip I could do something, though. Maybe it looks a little stiff.
Yeah.
Or maybe he's leaning out, so that's one of the things he's doing. Maybe it would do better if we get a right colorist for it. All right. As I said, here's Papa Snore, the guy who looks like the father from Mary Poppins a bit. I mean, he looks exactly like the other Snores, but he has a mustache that's basically a carrot leaf. And he wears a Mr. Rogers jacket like from Mr. Rogers, basically a parody of Mr. Rogers as well. He basically says, we all work equally, but I'm the one who tells you what to do, and you do as I say, but we are all actually equal. He sings that out and stuff. All right. Now let me go over here. Here's the first page of the Scumdog's graphic novel. All right, let me.
Yeah, it looks good.
All right, thank you. Yeah, it does. All right, here's the colored version of Hair Metal Doctor. If you compare it, they're basically, my artwork is pretty damn good with this pinup. All right. Now, we go do this. Here's the black and white line art for Miss Rusty Mullins. And if I go over here, we can look at the, as I said before, Hair Metal Doctor is basically like the Dr. Mindbender character from G.I. Joe, only, well, crossed with a hair metal musician. And Miss Rusty Mullins here is basically a parody of the Baroness and Tiamont and Zaymont from G.I. Joe. She's the CEO of her own company. She bought the organization the Scumdogs end up becoming part of and running, but she can't, because she's a CEO, she can't be seen running an evil organization, so she gave it to Deathmug. They own it equivalently now, but she occasionally has them go out on missions, and she occasionally hangs out with them, mainly because she finds it fun being evil. And she gets away with it because she says, well, they kidnapped me and forced me to do this, and Buick Starpoon, being an idiot, always believes her. There's also another character who works for Buick Starpoon who I call Girl Friday. That's her name, but she's no Girl Friday. She's there. She's basically there to watch Buick Starpoon because her superiors know he's an idiot, but he gets things done. All right. Yep. We have this artwork for Deathmug here again. I really love the face here. His on this where he's saying what? What it means is, if you can't, it's uncolored, but his mouth is supposed to be glowing green and his eyes are glowing green, so it lights up the circuitry inside of his mask, as well as you can look down his throat and stuff and see the energy. It's really supposed to be like that. You can that's how this is supposed to be. All right. Now that we've looked at this, maybe we should go on and look at some Indiegogos now. Here's the Mega Sexy Pinup Art Book by Junko Coronato. It's got $65. It's 17 days left. They need to promote it more. Also, they don't seem to. Let's see if they fix it. Oh, looks like they still don't have this video up. So they're going for $500. I hope they try to get this thing up because it's got some really good artwork in it. All right, let's see here. Let's maybe look for something here.
Mine's up.
Hmm?
Mine's up.
Mine's up.
I got my Indiegogo pre-launch page is up today.
You got a new art page up?
Yeah, I got a new one up. Yeah.
That's good. Let's look at this. Jawbreakers Grand Bazaar now footing through in demand. It's made $315. Oh yeah, here's Deathshroud, the comic book. Probably haven't seen this yet. It's a new book. It's got some really great. Deathshroud is an action-packed It's an action-packed anti-hero adventure for fans of Spawn, Venom, or the Darkness. It's from Trad Larson. Like this, looking very good. What happens here is that, well, Death Shroud here is basically one of the Nephilim. His mother or father was a demon or an angel, and he basically inherited their power. What happens here, he thought he was human, and he ended up growing up and becoming a soldier. But what happens is that when he and his squad of soldiers end up flying into a mission, they get, blasted out of the sky. You can see this happening. But as this happens, as they're crashing to the ground, our hero here ends up discovering he's a superhuman. He ends up transforming into Death Shroud suddenly as he transforms. He crashes. His squad is dead, but he comes out of it. And then he goes off to get his revenge. And that's the opening for it. It's already made $2,805. It's going for $10,000 and it's got 43 days left. It could really do it, but it's his first campaign and stuff, and it really looks like a good book.
Yeah.
All right. So what do you think about it, Martin?
I like it. I like that stuff. I love the Darkness and I love Spawn. They've always been my favorite, you know?
Yep.
And this one really does appeal to me.
Mm.
You know? And it's something that I think I reckon will really take off if he starts promoting himself a bit more, right?
Yep. Ethan Van Sciver's Cyberpunk 2 Wrecked Planets at $912,498. Let's take a closer look. For $912,498, it keeps going up. It's going to keep making more. There's a good chance this could go over $900,000. It's already it's over $900,000, but it could really
I know.
That point where it's every time it makes more money and stuff, it's breaking a new record now.
Yeah.
Well,
I like the look of Cyberfrog. I'm waiting for my Unforgettable Tales at the moment. That should be coming soon.
I know. I've already funded the book with the Ides of March variant cover. I plan to fund this again. Maybe I could get the Executive Honeycomb box set, or maybe I'll just get the Jarlee Wrecked comic book cover, as well as the Salamandroid Death Sting book. Both of those I really get. But also,
I was looking at
apparently the stretch goals. Because he's now made so much money, I'm also getting some books that are being made with stretch goals that'll be sent in with my order. But let me go down here. See, stretch goals at 100,000. All versions of Cyberfrog Wrecked Planet will have chromium covers met. All Wrecked Planet covers books are now chromium covers. Let's see. At 150,000, all backers of Salamandroid's Death Sting or the Honeycomb box will receive an Amphibianx 2 ash can colored by Kyle Ritter. Free. Met all backers Salamandroid Death Sting will receive a copy of Amphibianx 2 ash can. I hope Salamandroid remains in demand because I really do want to get it, and I'll get this book too along with it. At 200,000, all backers of Cyberfrog Wrecked Planet will receive a copy of Cyberfrog Heartsick Horror, a 32-page comic book with art by E.G. Moore. This is another book because I am getting Ides of March cover, so I'm getting this anyway. But if I get back it again, I'm getting another one. At 250,000, all backers will receive a promo trading card. Family Met, all backers receive, At 300,000, because it's made so much money, at 300,000, a promo trading card, called Spite. I'll get that too. Yes. Let's do a Chromium Cyberfrog trading card because that's also coming because it's gone up there. 425,000. Let's do a Chromium Salamandroid trading card. That's also coming. At 450,000, let's do a Chromium Heather Swan trading card. That's also coming. At 500,000, all Executive Honeycomb boxes will contain 2021 Cyberfrog wall calendar. That's if I get that Honey Box comb set, and that's also gone. But you're also getting a bunch of other comics because they've already met the goals. Because I've already backed it, and I'm getting these more stuff as well. But if I back it again, I'm getting copies, so I could probably sell those off, or just keep them and stuff. Either way, if I get just 2 books, I can get the chicken box, which will be fine, which will also include those other books. But right now, I need to save my money and stuff. I probably won't be able to get anything till July. Maybe I can get something this month.
Yeah, I don't tend to do double funding because I'm more interested in just reading the book. It's not, to me, it's not about collecting. It's just about reading.
Yeah. There is that too, but I kind of want, well, the honeycomb box sets. I do want to collect, but I also want to do the reading. But if I get I already have Blood Honey. If I get the Executive Honeycomb box set, I get a gold foil variant of Blood Honey with it, a very rare. That's only going to come in the Honey Saber Frog book right here. So it's a rare variant cover. Let's see, along with all the other things that are coming with it. Jarlee Wrecked Planet comic book, Salamandroid comic, Ultimate Blood Honey Gold. I already have Blood Honey, but the regular variant. Cyberfrog number comic book, and plus every perk that's been unlocked will come with this. Plus you get this honeycomb box set. You can use it to store all of your Cyberfrog books. And maybe I'll do something, get a special something, and hang some of these Jar League. I'll hang my Ides of March cover and my Ultimate Blood Honey Gold on my wall. Get a special thing for it.
Yeah, I've got a couple of covers I want to get framed as well. I've got a couple of Spawn covers I would love to get framed. Because they're just so. I mean, sometimes you just got a cover, and it's just like that's an amazing. I'm about the entire
book. I'm just going to put it in a frame and just hang it on my wall. I think that.
Yeah. I know. It's just some of the covers are just some comic book covers are just pure artwork. They're masterpieces,
Yeah. That it is. All right, we got this. I can look at some other stuff. Let's go to Kickstarter. Let's see if there's anything. Hey, have you ever heard of Bolos? I think I talked with you last time.
I think so. Yeah.
They're tanks. They're artificially intelligent, part of the Bolo universe.
That's never gonna end.
I know.
Well, I've seen Terminator.
The Bolo universe has sadly been discontinued, where all the books are not woke and they are just cool to read through. I've read a few of them. I've read some stories, not many of them, and stuff. All right, here's a Kickstarter. Let's see what else is on here. All right, let me go down here. I'm going to see how a few campaigns I've been following on here. I've been doing. Super Scouts, which has made 1,117. It's 101. Yeah, it's been funded. That's good. Let's see. Where are you? Here it is. Operation Eclipse. It's been funded. It's made 2,839, and it's been well funded. As I said, that's good. That's very good. Let's go over here. We can look at the trailer, or maybe we could do that later. There's other stuff to look at. Oh, yeah. Let's see. I'm going to read the thing here for the box set. You will receive the Executive Honeycomb box set, which will include 1 copy of the exclusive Ultimate Blood Honey Gold foil embossed comic book, 1 copy of Jarlee's Cyberfrog Rook Plant variant comic book, 1 copy of Salamandroid Destroying comic book, 1 copy of Cyberfrog number plus 1 of every regular perk or bonus achieved. Yeah, that's good. So you're getting a bunch, not just 1 comic book, you're getting all the perk comics as well. And the thing about Salaman Deathstring is I do intend to read this book, so I don't want to keep it mint. So I'd probably think about, should I want to buy another copy of that? It's a little pricey because this is $200 right here.
Yeah. Yeah, this is another thing I'm finding with a lot of these Indiegogo, and it makes kind of makes you a bit more picky, which I think is a good thing. Is the pricing? I mean, like $25 for a comic, is quite high.
Yeah, but then again, you go ahead.
I was going to say, but it means that you have to be picky. It means the better books are going who win out, which is a good thing, and it's good for consumers if the best books win.
That is true. Let's try anything else here. There's the Luciant. There's Slaughter Squad Volume 1, which has already been funded, but it's making more money. Let's take a closer look at how much it's gone. It's asking for $2,000. It's now $2,200 here stuff. So it's been funded.
That's pretty good. I like seeing books get funded.
It's a funny animal book, but the artwork is pretty good from what I'm seeing.
That's what comics are about, though, isn't it? I mean, like some of the best comics haven't been just about heroes. It's been about just being a little bit off the wall, a little bit crazy, a little bit strange.
Yeah. Yep. Here we have Kilgore. We have the main character, Kilgore. Here, let me go for this. Kilgore is running for his life. A pair of giant scissors is chasing him. When suddenly the ground underneath him cracks open, he falls. He falls to the ground. He gets up. He sees two people who must be important to him. We don't know who they are, but suddenly they are hooked and drawn into the sky. Kilgore can do nothing as they look like they have been dragged upside down. He looks, and suddenly he realizes he's on some sort of meat grinding machine. He just keeps it. It's so bad. He wakes up. He finds that he's in his home. He looks over and he sees his plan. And the plan is to go out right now and get some guns. He finds these guys hauling weapons. He stops them with a burning car. He's all cloaked up. They get out and they ask him, move that car or die. He screams. He starts unleashing hell upon them. He kills these men. His friends unload upon them as well. The men scramble. When Kilgore jumps into action, he gores a few of them, and flings them into the sky. His other friends kill all the stragglers, and as they're basically looking over their handiwork, Kilgore and the pig guy go over to the truck, and they see that they see all of these weapons these men were hauling. Their plan is to basically take over the world.
Sounds like Animal Farm on steroids. It does.
I know. This is a good looking book right there. Now, let's see. Magic Cop is now funding through In Demand, the Zombiful World of Oz. Let's see if you can't find any Barrel Made in Knuckle Bomb. Now,
I dropped the link in the chat, by the way, for my one. You want to have a look at it?
A chat. Let me go. You dropped something in the chat?
Private chat, yeah.
The Go-Go Project's Dreamer Book 2 of the Dreamless Saga. You want us to look at your book now?
Yeah, go on.
Dreamer Book 2. All right, Dreamer. Nox the Dreamer.
First one.
Launching soon. You got a trailer? No, I guess not.
Oh yeah, I'm making it soon. But I've been making it.
It's launching soon, so that's good.
Yeah.
All right. That's very good. All right. Nox is punished in exile in the dream plane for a crime he did not commit. Has to stop the dreamless. It looks good, man. Looks good, Martin.
Thank you. Yeah, it's part of. I'm doing a series of about 20 books, and Nox's book 2. And this one involves more of what the Dreamless actually are and what they do. And they aren't very nice. Very, very nasty things to have about. They're the kind of people, but they're monsters that control your dreams and make you, and they're the ones that get you into your head and get you to do things that they want you to do for your dreams. For your dreams. Nox is there to make sure, it doesn't happen.
That's good. All right, John. Let's see. Let's find some. Housebound has been closed for a while, but it's been made into a book. Let's see. Go over here. There's Jawbreakers Grand Bazaar is now running through In Demand. It's made $385. It's going to continue making more money because it's in demand.
Yeah.
Peregrine Wings of the Falcon is now making money in demand.
Yeah, that looks good too, actually. That's another one that looks really good.
And it is.
Seen that come up a lot on Twitter. They have.
All right. Let's take a look at Magic Cop, Drop Dead Legs right here. Let's take a look at the trailer.
Hey, everybody, it's Phil and Brandon, writer and art.
I'm going to do this. There's a. That was Magic Cop.
So 80s, isn't it? Very 80s.
Funny. It's just looking good. I mean, this is just a great book. It's still running through in demand. You can still claim it and stuff like that. Selling book $25 and stuff. I might get this next because apparently there's only so many copies left if I want to get it at all. Thing is,
you carry on.
And well, I have to make a decision if I want this book or not because apparently, as I said I have to decide if I want this or not.
Oh, it's up to you. I mean, like, if it's not your thing, dude, don't get it. Don't worry about if it's comics get or not. If you get the book because you want to read it, that's what I say. You know, think about the creation. Think about, I know.
But it
looks damn good, to be honest with you, doesn't it?
For what it is good. It is good for what it's looking at. But it's thing is, I kind of like more 90-ish art. What is here is very striking, but I like more 90 eras looking image art than this. But it is good for what I'm looking at.
Yeah, I know what you mean, man. I love the 90s art. I got a couple of books on my shelf of it, actually.
I think I'll try reading this sample. Gray Ignitus Cromwell, your new partner. He is an exceptional addition to the team. Looking forward to working with you, Detective Wolf. Silver Moon. Detective Gray Wolf Silver Moon. Sorry. I guess I'll let you get to know the team. Well, I see you got the memo about wearing sunglasses today, huh? Hey fella, morning fella, you must be the new guy, hey? They call me O'Hara, but that's my name. There you go. There's a Magic Cop right here. Looking good artwork. Oh, very nice looking artwork. I like this. This what I'm seeing here. Look at this.
I love that. That's gorgeous. That is lovely.
Here we are. She never told me who he was, but he made her sweet promises of taking her to the city and getting her a gig down what she always wanted. There's no doubt he filled her head with stars-studded dreams of beaches, boats, and the big city. I'm sure of it. flashy nightlife, glamour party more than anything she ever knew back home. I just wonder how many of the more murderers these people have promised better lives, shipped here illegally, and used them to like objects. Okay, we see these our two guys basically being shot at. Silver Moon unleashes with a shotgun, blowing one guy away. Another, he blows off his arm. We see screaming. We have our other hero with a wand, basically blowing another guy's head off. I'm gonna get you two when he's blown away as well. We have Silver Moon interrogating a doctor. He's been shown evidence, and he looks like he's here we have our detective guy using something and blowing out a door. They go in, and basically they begin taking these men in and hauling them off. We get into here and we see our two heroes basically face off against this witch and stuff. Let's see. Now we have the two guys are cruising down through the beach, and now they're interrogating the witch. All right, that looks all of it together does look good. Magic Cop. That was Magic Cop Drop Dead Legs comic. As I've said before, it looks like a great comic book. Let's look at some of these things here. Signed book, $25. Just getting this signed copy of the Magic Cop Episode 1 Drop Dead Legs, 88-page graphic novel sent in comic mailer. 88 pages. That's a good amount of book. All right. Claimed. All right. 2 signed comic books. Not bad. I guess I could do. Signed book and Naughty Prince. Comic plus Ashcan and Prince, 65 USD. All of it together is, it's not exceedingly expensive, these perks here. So I would say if you want to get this book, get it. It looks like it's going to be a good read.
It does. And it looks nice and bright and colorful.
Right.
No?
Looks pretty good to me. I mentioned it's pretty good to others, but if it doesn't look, if you don't like if you want to get this book or not, it's up to you to decide. It does appeal to me, but as I said, I kind of like artwork that looks like Cyberfrog or something like that. But there's,
we all have our different styles. I mean, a lot of my artwork's based off British 90s comics, you know.
Yeah, they look like that. Or you can see
which is a lot of black and white line art, you know, and that's the style I like. So that's the style I get. And this is one of the best things I like. And like we see all these old styles of artwork coming back, and not this new style, which, God, it's fucking awful.
You mean the Reddit art?
Yeah, the mainstream art. You know, mainstream
somehow that because the corporate comic book companies basically were trying to get cheaper comic book artists. They went to Reddit and hired these guys, and you can see how the business has been suffering for it. Dan Fraga's Black Flag book is at $145,787, but you can see just going to this lamer art. See, unlike Dan Fraga's art appeals to people, just is that good. It's very nice, and you can see how the difference between it and Reddit art basically being everything that Dan Fraga has is something none of the Reddit artists seem to do. And that's why when I looked at Magic Cop, its artwork was good, but it's more of a funny animal kind of cartoonish style. It's appealing in its own way, but I kind of want to have books that look like Dan Fraga's art, but that doesn't mean everything should be.
No. We like this. We all have our taste and what our preferences. I mean, imagine how boring the world would be. We all like the same shit, man. You do as dishwater.
I know. Now, let's see. Look at this. What we have here.
That looks so good, that cover. I love that cover.
This cover?
Yeah, that's just,
I know this is the original artwork for Black Flag from the '90s with his revamped version of the characters. Just charging out of the cover. Now he should probably have made the older cover more black and whitish to stand out characters that are basically coming out of the page here. But otherwise, it's pretty good. All right, looking at this. We also have one of his characters, Rascal, right here.
I love that picture.
And we have the Pat Lee variant cover. Well, let's take a look at some of these perks. Let's see. For $25, you can get the regular comic book as well as if you decide to get the black and white line art cover. You can get both of those for $25. You can also get them both together, or you can get. Well, you can also get. For $40, you can get 2 signed books, 2 signed comic books, 2 copies of Black Flag Pineapple Perception, 1 signed by Dan Fraga, mailed to you, 1 and Gemini Shipper. You can also choose between the options of 1 of each cover, 2 or color covers, or 2 line art covers. You can choose between the options of 1 of each cover, 2 color covers, or 2 line art covers. So you get both of them. You can also get for $75. You can get 2 comic books plus 2 ash cans of the ash cans. Let's see, Dan Frank, as well as a signed limited edition black and white archive edition of the 1994 ash can mailed to you in a Gemini shipper. You can see the ash can right here, black and white. All right. You can Fragaboom Mega Box, $100. Dogs. This is an epic.
Oh, that's a fact.
This is where you get all of the add-ons if you just buy them. But you can also get add-ons to your book. Yeah, at checkout, you can add these onto your thing. Get dog tags, a snapback, or a T-shirt right here. You get the snapback cap right here, or shot glasses. You just add them on when you're at checkout. I might do an add-on. As I've said before, I'm going to do add-ons too. I'm going to maybe do a kind of funny add-ons. Get a dog collar. For a Scumdog's dog collar, or a Scumdog's leash, and a Scumdog's dog bowl. You can use it for cereal.
That's pretty cool.
Dog and stuff.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Also,
that's
as well, but that's not going to be for a while until I get enough people. Apparently, T-shirt company only lets you do that once you have enough subscribers or something, or makes it good enough for them to basically make T-shirts, so you get some of the profit from making them, and they get some of the profit. I gotta wait but I am trying every day to promote my book. So remember, folks, when I have my Indiegogo out, it'll be the Scumdogs graphic novel. When I have it finally out and ready, it'll be on Indiegogo, as well as go over to, I can't remember, Crypto Fashion is what it's called. When I have my own fashion T-shirt up, I'll tell you about it every day, and you can go and get one of those shirts, and you'll be helping fund a new book. But it's not out yet. I'm just telling you when you're to get ready for it. All right. There's this. We're at 38 minutes. There's still. Oh, let me check we have chat. Hello, Hoth Rebel. Hail, Scumdog. Sorry, I'm late. Magic Cop looks groovy. Hey, Martin, welcome back. Please show Martin that Star Wars Kickstarter fan comic. Fragaboom.
Oh, Stealing Solo.
Yeah, no. There's another one. If I can find it, it's on Kickstarter here. If I can find it.
Cool.
It's Darth Curlin. Let's see if I can find it. I guess let me do Star Wars. Star Wars and comic books. Let me do that. Here, Darth Creel, Cometh.
Oh, I've seen it. This looks good.
This is the character from Star Wars, Clone Wars. He was the guy who betrayed the Jedi. He basically was taken out by the clone troopers. This is basically a what if story. It's a fan comic book. Let me read because at the end of it, the clone troopers ended up killing him. But instead, in this fan comic book, it looks like he actually survived, and he gets rescued by Cad Bane.
Oh yeah,
you see Cad Bane saving him down here. Looks just as good as any other Star Wars comic book.
Yeah, it looks like the old Star Wars comics, doesn't it? The old Star Wars Dark Horse ones.
Yeah. Like they do. I think this was made for professionals and stuff. Let me try to find the team who made this. I think they're actually comic book pros. Meet the creative team. Gilbert here, a self-published professional who has successfully crowdfunded 9 independent comic books projects. His latest work, Galactic Rodents of Mayhem, he's the creator, which has already been picked up by a publisher. He's an anthropomorphic love letter to 80s and 90s Saturday morning cartoons, centered around bounty hunter space caraberas. His other complete work is the Deep Dark Pilastoria Layer. And we have this guy here. These guys are both comic book pros, but this is a fan comic book. So I don't think they expect to get paid for this. They're just making enough money to print it out. So fan comic books of Star Wars, and Disney can't do anything to stop you as long as you're not really doing this for profit and just putting your project out there for people to get.
I think it's whether or not if you use the characters as well. I mean, or if it's, if you're using like the main characters.
This is a main character. Well, he was in Star Wars episode. He was in Star Wars Clone Wars. Plus, the clone troopers are there. They were main characters, and Yoda's there. And plus, this.
Oh, right. Oh, Dex.
Yeah. The guy who used to play Dracula, as well as in the Lord of the Rings ceremony. Christopher Lee, yeah, that guy. Count Dooku.
Yes.
Dracula.
He was an amazing character. I liked him as a character.
He was good. I thought he was.
Have you read the books?
No, I haven't read any Star Wars novels, so I don't know about that.
Read, I think it's Dooku Lost or Jedi Lost. Basically, it goes about how Dooku actually was trying to stop the Sith, way back when, like when he was a child, and how the Jedi were trying to stop him from doing it, and it shows that his goal was always to try and, and it goes into why the clone troopers were created behind the Jedi back and everything like that. Because the Jedi were pretty much like saying, "Oh, the Sith are dead, the Sith are dead." But Master Caesidius was like, no, because he could see them coming, because he could see the future more clearly than everyone else, and he got. This is why he did it, and it's like Count Dooku was the one that funded it, and stuff like that. It's really, really worth reading, man, or listening to. If you're on Audible, I suppose. But it's really I like reading the Star Wars novels and stuff. There's so much more to.
Is it part of the Legends series, the original?
No, it's not. It's actually canon.
No,
but not like Chuck Wendig canon. But he's gay. No one cares. He's badass. Yes, there you go. That's what we care about.
There's that. Does sound good. I just found anything canon now for Star Wars I really don't want to read, but it does sound good. But I probably.
Well, I mean, I think there's a lot of stuff. Sorry, after you, man.
That's fine. But I don't know.
Yeah, I know what you mean. A lot of the kind of stuff I want to avoid. But every so often, there's a diamond in the manure.
Yep, that's true. But then again, you can still make fan comic books like that. So Star Wars, at least to some level, and at least Disney can't stop anyone from making fan comics or doing fan projects. And they can try to do it as much as possible. Those fan projects will still keep on coming. And
people want to pay for them as well.
But their own Star Wars stuff will just continue to falter, and eventually they'll just give it up. And they'll lock it away and stuff and forget about it. Same thing with Marvel Comics, sadly. And we'll never see Spider-Man again. Maybe we'll see him like on a sticker, then that'll be it. And same thing with the X-Men, sadly. Unless Disney completely...
Sorry, after you, man.
I was saying, unless Disney completely decides to sell off those properties, which they might if they can't make money off of them.
Well, they shelved Fox, didn't they? So, I mean,
Yep.
because they literally bought Fox, they shelved it. Which means they shelved Aliens and Predator.
And I doubt we'll ever see that again, and because they don't do horror movies like that. They can't make profit. I don't understand why they wouldn't. But even if they did, they probably couldn't use it because I just don't think Disney understands horror all that well. They understand kiddie. They don't understand real horror.
No, not anymore. They don't. But have you seen the Black Cauldron?
Yeah, it's somewhat terrifying, but it was more. I think that was more like. Yeah, it's somewhat horrifying, yeah, like that.
But that's what I mean. It was horrifying for Disney. It was a kiddies cartoon.
Yeah.
If you look through like that, it's a kid. If that's a kids cartoon, you're like, no, it's not. That's not for children. But yeah, it's just Disney are burying themselves.
That they are. That they are.
But that looks good. That looks really good.
I know. I really like the artwork. It's really professionally done.
Like I said, it reminds me of the old Dark Horse comics.
That is true. It does look like Dark Horse did this book. And I'm surprised.
And Marvel Comics lost the rights to Halo. They did a lot of the Halo books. They lost those rights. I mean, how do you lose rights to something that big? That's Halo for fuck's sake. How do you lose the rights to Halo?
What? They didn't get the rights. They're just basically doing a fan comic book here.
No. I was talking about Marvel. Marvel lost the rights to Halo comics.
Oh, yeah.
Halo comics.
Yeah, that is true. I think Halo is owned by Dynamite. Well, the license to the comics is owned by Dynamite, I think, maybe. I'm not quite sure.
No, it's Dark Horse.
Dark Horse
now.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not even Dynamite, it's Dark Horse. And they didn't really have anything that big. They had the Mask and Hellboy. But what else do you remember Dark Horse for?
Well, I remember their 90s line, but that's actually that more or less failed. But I do remember they had Barbed Wire. They also had
Sin City.
Well, Sin City. They also had what was it called? Terminator.
Yeah.
As I said, they had their Barbed Wire.
And of course, they had
oh yeah, they had Ghost, that female Ghost character. She part of their 90s heroes line. She survived basically, along with the X or something like that. The other 90s hero characters, they basically more or less abandoned. They still owned the rights to those characters because they were trying to do their own Marvel-like universe.
Yeah, it's those images.
I like the way the characters looked, and I remember them from some of the comic books. But basically, some of their characters have made comebacks in some level and stuff.
I think it's because people want to go back to reading stuff from the 90s, when comics were good. And if Marvel and DC aren't going to do it, they'll go back to the Image. The Spawn's been getting really good lately,
Really?
Yeah, and they've started making their own little universe. Have you ever read Chew? If you ever get a chance to read Chew, it's amazing. It's funny as you can make it. And they had, for a start, they have a chicken in it, which is a badass that took over Hell.
Oh, that sounds good. It's very good.
That's a phrase I'd never thought I'd say in my life. A chicken took over Hell.
All right.
But yeah, it's bonkers. And there's a bit where this chicken led a team of Witchblade, Spawn, and Savage Dragon. The chicken led the team of Spawn, Savage Dragon, and Witchblade.
That was an Image comic book?
Yeah, Chew.
I haven't heard much about Witchblade lately. I think it was more, isn't it a fun comic book now? Because they haven't.
I don't know. Since they got rid of Sarah Pazzini, I didn't even fucking bother with it. Sarah Pazzini's a fucking badass character. I love her. She's one of my favorite comic book characters.
I know.
Yeah,
Sarah Pazzini. Did they get rid of her now?
Yeah, but she was the first. She was a real
Yeah.
Witchblade.
I know.
And then they got rid of her. Why the hell did they get rid of her? She was badass.
Oh,
Do you want to know a fun fact about Witchblade?
huh? Yeah.
The only female comic book character to have a longer running series than Witchblade is Wonder Woman.
That is true.
She has beat every single Marvel female character for longest running. Fuck. I do love Witchblade. And I love that universe. It's just so dark, and you got good guys being bad, having these evil powers, and these bad guys trying to use evil powers for good, and it's just, I love it. I do. I love that sort of
so Sarah Pazzini is gone. That's a sad thing, because that might be one of the reasons why I haven't heard about it. Because people hate when you get rid of the characters they love and know for another one.
Yeah, especially I didn't even bother reading why, because the Witchblade chooses, and they chose Sarah Pazzini for a good reason, because she was going to finally get in touch with Jackie Estacado, the World Over Darkness, and create the savior of the universe.
Oh,
and things like that. Yeah. Pardon?
So you mean Sarah Pazzini with the darkness, as she gives birth to the darkness's child, it'll be the savior, it'll be the Jesus, it'll be Jesus then.
Pretty much. Well, they did an entire event on it called Artifacts, and it's weird but good. They had all the main top cow players in it. They had Witchblade, Darkness, and Jealous. They had the Bloodstone, Pandora's Box. Oh, that's awesome. It's amazing set of books. I enjoyed it, and it shows like I said, it shows there's a lot of character depth within the characters. Like a police officer having a child from a gangster and stuff like that.
That does sound interesting. Sadly, I missed that because I've been on I've been on limited funds and stuff, and I'm mostly hanging out with the X-Men for a long while before they went bad. I basically stopped collecting X-Men in the late '90s, for more or less. I came back for the new second New Mutants run in the late aughts and stuff, as well as what was it, X-Men, or there was another New Mutants, and there was Power Girl. I basically hanged out with her for a few issues that ran with her series that ran from 2008 or so. Then I hanged out with I basically checked out those guys. But once New Mutants basically stopped running, I basically ducked out of Marvel Comics again.
I ran with X-Men for a while until the whole aftermath of A versus X. The Range versus
that thing is another thing that.
And I was like, as soon as Cyclops killed Professor X, I was like, yeah, I can't be fucking done with. I'm done with this. That was well out of Cyclops' character to kill Professor X.
They still didn't really do anything with that. He didn't become a villain for that, really. Everyone hated him before he more or less became an anti-hero. They tried their best to turn Cyclops into a major villain, but they completely failed. All they actually did was make him more sympathetic because his people were dying. He was taking crap. He ended up basically killing Professor X when he was possessed by the Dark Phoenix, and he couldn't even do that right because he was possessed. So you can't really say he was a villain. It's like that. I hated them trying to basically do that to Cyclops. If it was Wolverine, I would have said, okay, this kind of makes sense because Wolverine's always been a sort of hero that would be, this needs to be done, so I'm going to do it. Yeah. But don't forget, Wolverine killed Jean Grey as well. Yeah, well, yeah.
Because if he hadn't, they would have both died. So he had to kill her, so she would become the Phoenix to save them both. Like I said, that's Wolverine's character. But they've made him fucking. They butchered Wolverine now as well.
Well, now he's gay, and he's gay with Cyclops, and they're also in a relationship with Jean Grey. They're basically her harem now, and I wonder how this could possibly be. And honestly, it's probably actually really is Wolverine and Cyclops now, and as well as Jean Grey. Because remember, They might be clones, but they might actually share the original minds of the characters somehow, like that. Yeah, at least that's what they're saying anyway. So, unless they actually actively say there are clones and not actually the characters. But then again, do you basically? I don't know why everyone wanted to see Cyclops bang Wolverine or something like that. I always hated that idea. Mainly because
it's like you said, it's Reddit and DeviantArt, isn't it? But you see it on DeviantArt and Reddit, and it's like, oh, they must like it, so we should do this. Like, no, we don't like it, which is why we don't go to DeviantArt. It's like that. It's a fucking yaoi art, isn't it? Really, but for Western.
Yep.
It's like if they made Batman fuck Superman. It's like just no, don't do that.
Yeah. That is true, and that's why. Well, you can always create your own characters and make them how you would do it, and you probably make it a bench. That's what I'm doing. I'm creating my own characters and telling my own stories, and I will be able to live off of them. So I'm going to be glad about that.
This is what I think. That's why all the creators are doing it. It's because we want our characters, so people can read good characters who aren't going to suddenly go, "Yeah, I'm gay now." What
about Iceman? If he's gay now, was he ever straight? I mean, Wolverine's gay, Cyclops is gay. Why is every character gay? Why is Cyclops just being gay now? What about all the relationships he had? You said those don't matter now? All the relationships.
They wanted to run a gay storyline. Why didn't we just run with North Star?
Well, there's also Iceman being basically gay, basically makes all his relationships lies. But no, they couldn't say that he's bi or something like that. And now every X-Men character is gay now. So what about all those relationships? Why is Iceman gay now and everyone else is bi?
Yeah, which is what I mean. They wanted to run. This is what pisses me off about this SJW bullshit. Is that we've got gay characters, we've got black characters, but you just don't buy the comics. You're not buying the comics. Otherwise, War Machine would be, top selling. North Star would have his own run.
Yep. And I know, and he was. They made him gay and stuff like that, but they've never really given him a series, maybe a limited series, and even that didn't work all that well. It's not that no one would want to read a gay character; it's the fact that, you can't write a good series with a gay character because the way Marvel is doing it.
This is the thing. Like, I got in a conversation with someone, and I said, they were going, "How do you do relationships without sex?" I said, "I don't." I said, "If you read my book, there is no sex in it. There's no sexual relationships. There's none of that." I said, "Oh, well, how do you write character interaction?" I went, "Well, easily. You don't have to add a sexual tension or sexual relationship to two characters to be, have a relationship." I mean, that was what made Superman and Batman so good when they worked together, because you knew they were good friends. There was no, are they going to bang each other? No, it's just because you knew they were good friends, and they cared for each other.
I mean, there's all these cop shows that have similar elements. They don't bang. They don't need to bang because they just need to do their jobs.
Yeah.
What's more with just having them do that? And then you have doing this with X-Men characters and stuff like that, because you need to have those, because you currently can't understand two characters being in a relationship that don't bang but have to do their jobs, even though a lot of the people making these books aren't probably banging their freaking artist or something. The writer isn't banging him.
I don't know with these people. You probably are.
Some of them are, and maybe that's another reason why this artwork sucks.
Yeah. But like I said, it's ridiculous. It's because, one of my favorite top characters is Angelus. And in her first run, you find out she's a lesbian. They do one scene, but never once, and it's not with someone else, it's with her girlfriend, So you have this relationship already established. There's always been sexual tension with Catwoman and Batman, and Lois Lane and Superman. It's always been there. But when you just decide to go, yeah, Superman, but I said, what happened to Lois Lane? Are you going to sideline one of the best female characters in comics? What? Because reasons? Lois Lane's a badass. I love Lois Lane. She's one of my favorite characters, side characters, because she does her job and she does it well, and she's willing to put herself in danger. She was putting herself in danger before Superman got involved. You know?
Yep, that's right. Because that was her job.
And it's just stupid. It's just stupid to me where they have to just somehow shoehorn in this new. Oh, we have to add this sexualism. Why? It doesn't add anything. And I'm the same way. Actually, to be honest with you, it's exactly the same way in films and programs and TV when it's a straight relationship. We just add tits and ass and sex for no reason. It's like, yeah, that's boring. Why are you doing that?
Yep. True. That is true. This titillation. That's because a lot of writers that are hiring are basically, they're people who are basically trying to, take their TV show and make it into a comic book because they couldn't sell it to a network. So they're basically trying their ideas of having sexual titillation and try to use it for 2 males or 2 girls or something like that, as well as the male and the straight character. If they're basically detectives, they should be banging each other because they just need to do it because it's a man and a woman, even though it's basically their job and they're supposed to be doing this and they're supposed to be professionals about it and not be banging each other.
Exactly. It's ridiculous, man. It doesn't make a lick of sense to me that you got. Why can't you just write good characters without having to do? Let's think about real life for a second. How many friends do you have? And how many of them are you even slightly sexually attracted to? I bet the answer is exactly. Because they're just friends, and friendship has its own rewards. You know?
Yep, that is quite true. That is what we have to deal with here, this stuff. But
anyway, what's it?
Let's see. We're an hour and 1 minute. Well, yeah, we got still. Oh, let's see. We have some more chats. They can't make any profit, can they? This SJW comic is a labor of love. Yeah. I wish it was on Indiegogo. I dig Dooku. I'll check out that book. Low Chuck Winded.
Yeah. God, he's an idiot. Oh, and that's the other thing that makes me laugh. It's like as soon as you criticize that shit, it's like, why didn't you? It's crap. Oh, it's because you're homophobic. No, it's because it's crap. And that's the one that always makes me laugh. As soon as you criticize it, if it's sort of like jump on the thing that they think you're criticizing, it's like, oh, you're criticizing this bit. No, I'm criticizing the whole thing because it's a pile of shit and you just get rid of it.
Well, it's going to get rid of it anyway because it's going to fail. Like every one of these books has failed. And the X-Men books right now are basically, are they losing readers? I mean, the guy who's writing is basically writing it out and stuff. But is it? It has the comic book industry, the lame stream.
What I've been told is because obviously I'm a journalist. My main job is journalism. I do the geek stuff. I do like comics, video games, tabletop games. I do that news. And what I've been told is they pretty much have had to rewrite everything over the past 6 weeks. Literally, like pencils down. As soon as that happened, it was like, no, pencils back up. You're going back to work, and you're doing the whole rewrites.
All right, there's that.
And I am hoping that turns out well because they've started to put some good artists on now as well. Neil Adams is back in Marvel. He is.
Oh, wow, that's good.
Finally having a good artist. Yeah, and it's not even like. And he's not even on. He's on a major project too. He's on bloody. Built up. He's on. He's doing the next Fantastic Four series.
That's good. It's very good.
And Susan Storm looks sexy as fuck as well. She looks back to like what Susan Storm should look like. With some big ass powers. Yeah, let's use the word powers. Yeah, very big powers.
That is good.
But I think it might be, in my opinion, though they're trying, I think it might be too little too late. They've already alienated their fans.
That is true. And that's good for me because I can sell my comic books to anyone who actually wants to read good comics.
This is what I mean. I write the books that I want to write. I read the books I want to read. Everything else is, just that. Which is why, I'm actually quite happy because I picked up a couple of comic books on eBay quite cheap, and I have been looking for these books for ages as well. I've got Volume 2 Darkblade and Titanicus Volume 2 and 3. They're all by Dan Abnett and Andy Lanning. And I've been looking for them for ages, and I finally got them, and they're amazing because they focus on the action and storytelling. And that's how hard is that, for fuck's sake? How hard is it to focus on storytelling?
That is true, and they can't do that. I mean, the guy writing X-Men right now does a bunch of science fiction stuff in there, and he throws it in there. I think making it kind of a little boring to read and stuff like that. Even though I enjoyed this stuff because I really liked what he was doing with the X-Men at first. Even though as soon as I saw where the living relationship was, what's happening with where the X-Men were living and stuff and what they were doing, I knew there was a bad thing in my gut growing.
I could have looked if they just said they were living together.
Yep.
I could have understood that. Right? If they were just living together, it makes sense because they're part of a team.
Yeah.
They don't.
But why did you put Wolverine, Cyclops, and Jean Grey living together with their kids? Why not Nightcrawler and Storm as well as an away team? So I know it's their home and stuff like that, but you'd basically have them living there, and maybe you wouldn't have to have it like that.
You're talking of which, where is Storm?
Well, Storm is basically now the cult leader. She basically is the mouth. She basically says grand speeches and stuff, while the others basically do other stuff.
Storm's been sidelined.
I know.
Trying to put its political narrative, and they literally sidelined one of the best characters in X-Men.
I know. Storm is basically if she's not been sidelined, she's basically just talking with basically being the mouth for the X-Men, or she's basically been racist towards white people, even though a lot of mutants are white. And she's still married to Black Panther because I hate that relationship. Even though they're both black, Black Panther being married to Storm. I just hate it.
I tell you what, I've only read a little bit of Black Panther. And every time I've read him, I'm thinking, God, this guy's a dickhead. I mean, and then he's especially as X-Men. Oh, I've just spoken to the High Priest and we're divorced now. But you are the High Priest. Like, wow, you're a cunt.
Yeah.
He said that to their wife.
I know.
In the middle of the jeez.
There's that. I just think Storm should basically be she should have a more popular role than what she's doing, what they're currently doing. Like they have so many characters. In fact, why not just put Storm and Wolverine into a relationship? Well, maybe. How about Storm and Gambit and Rogue? If you want to do fan fiction like that, Storm had a thing for Gambit at one point. Well, sort of. At least they'd like to say so, because she basically, when she was referred to a child and stuff like that, or something like that, they have feelings for each other. Why not do that as well? But if you're doing the fan fiction, saying, how about doing a little something that men would like?
It's a joke, man. It really is.
Yeah.
And there's so many great characters in the X-Men, which always gets sidelined.
I know.
You've got Psylocke. She's amazing.
Psylocke is now, there's Psylocke, the girl who was basically the Asian girl is Psylocke now, who Betsy Braddock took over her body. Well, they've been separated. Betsy Braddock is now Captain Britain now because she's been in her original body, and the woman who was basically had her body taken over by Psylocke is now basically calling herself Psylocke, even though Psylocke is Betsy Braddock's name. So and now she even has a daughter for some odd reason. So yeah, Betsy Braddock is Excalibur being Captain Britain in her original body, which isn't too bad because I liked her original body. While this other woman who's calling herself Psylocke, the original person who had Psylocke, who was original. She was an Asian woman who had her body taken over by Betsy Braddock, has her body back now, and she's calling herself Psylocke, and she now has a daughter for some odd reason, a teenage daughter. I don't think she's that old.
And Captain Britain's always been amazing. And then, of course, they got their third brother, haven't they? Who was their main enemy, who was a massive bastard and just could warp reality at will.
Oh, that's Mad Jim Jaspers, who should probably be brought back to life as well because, the way the X-Men are going, so they'll probably bring back Mad Jim Jaspers, and probably do
Mad Jane Jaspers.
Yeah, who I would like to see show up as well because it would be funny what he'd do with the world.
Yes, no, I loved him because. Again, you added this bit where he was the main villain to Psylocke and Captain Britain, and of course, it's also their brother.
Yeah.
You know.
Well,
and they
have Mad Jim Jaspers is a different character from Jamie Braddock, who also had reality warping powers. Jamie Braddock, he's appearing in Excalibur and stuff. So yeah, he's alive again.
If they want to save Marvel, what they need to do is just look at the stuff from the 90s and look at what people liked. You know, looked at the stories, looked at what people were reading, not try and throw this political narrative in it.
80s, early 90s, that's where you should go. The late 90s Marvel comics isn't good. I mean, I tried to read it, but then I quit on them. That's where I quit for a little while. I tried getting back into it during 2001, but I couldn't get into it really, stuff like that. And so basically, every time I go to a comic shop, I breeze through the comic books, or I buy individual issues, or I buy trade paperbacks of one story and stuff and read it. And that's where
same here. That's the same. I just go straight to the trades and go, which ones do I need? I don't even bother looking at the single issue as much anymore, unless my little girl goes, I want that one, you know?
Yep.
And then Mummy usually goes, no, you're not reading Spawn.
Let's see here. We're at an hour and 12 minutes. I'm going to basically, Hathaway 6. I'm really enjoying the discussion, guys. Marvel editorial doesn't care about its readers who came from all over. Yeah. Now, remember,
this is the other thing that annoys me. Like, I'm a big part of the Warhammer community, and they're trying to push this narrative in there. And I'll tell you what, you think Comicsgate's the pushback? Try that one. That's just even harder. It's like, we want female space marines. Why? Because it's not fair. And what's your point? You're not getting it. You know?
No, it's the way it was set up. Plus, they can't do that because it wouldn't work. Plus, secondly, have you seen what they were trying to do, mushing up Warhammer with that kids book stuff? That stuff isn't selling, I don't think, is it?
Well, I bought it for my little girl. She likes listening to it, but to be honest with you, she's more happy looking at my codexes. She'll just pick up my codexes and read them. But we do have some strict rules. And
so you have your little girl the Warhammer kitty stuff?
Yeah, I read it to her. It's not badly written. I mean, it's all right. It's not grim dark. It's not what you'd expect.
And that's why they say that by doing this, they're taking away the grim darkness from Warhammer 40,000, and that's.
I would say it's not. When I read it, it reminded me of when we used to read Goosebumps and Point Horror.
Okay.
It was kind of bad darkness.
Yeah, I know. But the thing here, people can't come to Warhammer 40,000 for the grim darkness, and that kitty stuff isn't going to really fly for it, and so I think it's going to fail mostly. But if your kid enjoys it, well, it doesn't. That's just your kid enjoying it. It's basically you reading it to her. But you say she enjoys the codexes herself. Well, that's enough.
Yeah. I've got a couple of pictures. I've got pictures of her reading my Adeptus Custodes. Yeah, she's. Right. Mummy says she's not allowed to read the Chaos ones. Those are the ones she's not allowed to touch. She's not allowed to touch Chaos.
All right.
Because she might have nightmares.
All right. That's good.
I got to hear a funny story.
Right now, let me do this after this stuff. I want to get this done. Could you tell people to go subscribe to your YouTube channel? You tell them to go subscribe to your YouTube channel. I'm just going to do my stuff here so I can get it done.
Okay. Yeah. Subscribe to Gaming at its Best. At its best is one word because I have to be a retard. I do top 5 retro game videos. I stream on Mixer as well. So, yeah, go subscribe to me and Gaming at its Best.
All right. Sorry about being abrupt. I just want to get this out of the way while I remember.
No.
All right. Go and subscribe to Creepy Little Book and Robot Co-op. Creepy Little Book is like the Art Bell radio show. They talk about the strange and weird things that go on in the world, like ghosts and aliens. And they live stream every night towards, later tonight they'll do a new live stream. So look out for Creepy Little Book. Also, go and subscribe to Robot Co-op. They're basically like Mystery Science Theater 3000. They do these live streams while playing video games with these robot puppets, and they're just fun to watch as they lampoon the games they play and have fun doing it. Also, go and subscribe to my own YouTube channel, Read Comics They're Bad For You, as well as go to Library and BitChute and subscribe to my channels on those 2 websites. They're both under the name Comic Freak. And also, I'll be back again tomorrow at 6 o'clock for another live stream. So be sure to check out then. Also, I should say this. You can now tell your story and stuff and get it out of the way.
Right. My missus went out with the girls, and I was babysitting on my own. My little girl kicked up crying. So I had her on my lap. And then I thought she fell asleep, so I stuck on Aliens. Quiet as a mouse. Halfway through the film, she was there, quiet as a mouse, on my lap. And, I was watching it. I was making sure she was okay. Make sure she was all right. I could feel her breathing, so I didn't matter. I was all right. And then door opened, and all I could see is my missus comes in. My little girl turns around, looks at her, and then my missus goes, "Why is she watching Aliens?" It's like, she was asleep! And throughout when we were watching it, she was wide awake watching Aliens with Daddy. She was. She slept soundly too. She doesn't have a nightmare since for that.
Yeah.
She also sits on my lap and watches Blazing Borderlands with me as well. So, and Doom when Mummy's not about. Mummy's not about. She gets to play the game she wants to play. When Mummy's about, it's Sonic.
Yeah. That's a good story, man. I really enjoyed it. Here's another tweet. Marvel's mistake was in stating political informations. Good books know how to ask political questions in a clever and non-divisive way. Good. Or something.
Look at To Kill a Mockingbird.
What? Well, now he said part of the story was good, apparently. To Kill a Mockingbird? Oh, yeah. Oh, you mean, yeah. I've never read it and stuff, but it probably has some stuff in it like that. If it's as long as it's, well, I've never read it, so I can't really tell. Either way.
Well, watch the film then. Just go and watch the film. It's amazing.
Yeah, maybe.
You can watch it in the Darkness game. You can sit down and watch the entire To Kill a Mockingbird in the Game of Darkness.
All right. That's it. Maybe. I know the movie, though. All right. We're coming to the end of this live stream. I'm going to thank you all for joining me. Martin has been great. We've had a great time. And remember, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Read Comics They're Bad For You. And I'll be back again tomorrow. Till then, I should do this. Till then, I'm Chris Williams from the Scumdogs Kennel. I'm going to thank you all for joining me. I'll be back again tomorrow. Bye, folks.
Have a good one.
That was a really good live.